I am in Springfield, Ohio, outside of the Hartman Rock Garden. This is one of the great examples of concrete sculpture and artwork in the country. Now, all this was built between 1932 and 1938, so that's during the Great Depression. It was designed by H.G. Ben Hartman as kind of a side project. It's kind of like a do-it-yourself WPA project, so this is gonna be really cool. Let's go check this out. So here's their sign about the rock garden. Ben Hartman was born in 1883, moved here in 1913 where he was a molder at the Springfield machine tool factory, and he died in 1944. And the Kohler Arts Foundation has been keeping this in good shape recently. Here there's a vineyard, and I mean, this place is just magnificent. All hand built. I think he would have taken rocks from wherever he could to construct all this. I've been to a few places like this that were built around the same time period, like the Dickeyville Grotto in Dickeyville, Wisconsin, and the Grotto of Geodes that was in Jasper, Indiana. From my understanding, they destroyed it since I've been there a few years ago, so that sucks. But this folk art environment is freaking cool. Take a look at the whole thing. Really is impressive. There's a windmill. This is an old pond. It's really cool that they have water running. I mean, it's kind of sketchy. There's Ben and his wife Mary's names engraved in the sidewalk. Here on this pedestal is a statue of Mary. There's a lot of religious figures carved into this, especially up in the castle. We'll take a look at those. I've noticed that all similar examples that I've been to, they'll often like make the flower pots and have real flowers, and then the fences made out of stone. That is really cool. There's sentences written in every sidewalk panel over here. It's really worn. Oh yeah, here's the 10 Commandments. Along with the castle aspect of it, there's kind of like a town all around. A lot of different buildings, all made out of rocks. I'm guessing some of these are based off real businesses that might have been here in Springfield during the Depression, if businesses even existed. This is Rico Sporting Goods. There's another Mary figurine, and here's the crucifixion. You have a Pieta. I bet Ben carved all these statues. This looks out of like one piece of stone. That's really impressive. There's a bunch of like, I think those are lambs. Pretty sure with the biblical connotation, those would be lambs, not dogs. They've all turned like orange and black, which is weird. I think this is a nativity scene made out of concrete. Yeah, apparently Christianity is very important to this artwork, like many folk art pieces. There's the Last Supper. Some more scenes. There's the other side of the castle part. You have the saints lined up at the top. There's a lamb and some, I think, turkeys or chickens up here. This is inside the structure. Look in there. Huh. Oh yeah, America. Look at all those eagles. And I can confirm what this building is. This is a replica of Mount Vernon, which was George Washington's home and plantation. So the home of a man who refused to be a king in the shadow of a massive castle. It was freestanding arch of rocks. That's pretty cool. I keep saying that, but it's still pretty cool. That one says Ben Mary, 1932. Good faith to page something. Lead kindly light. Look at that, they even have like a drawbridge going to the castle. It looks like the moat no longer has water in it. That'd be pretty cool if it did. Look at how much detail went into building the castle. That's very tall. See, they have the American flag on top made out of little pebbles. This is Valley Forge. I guess, yeah, that was Washington's headquarters building up behind his nice Mount Vernon home. So yeah, that makes sense. It's good times. And this looks like an old style cabin. This scene is depicting Fort Dearborn. This was the fort that was at the like the mouth of the Chicago River, so it's presently where the Magnificent Mile starts in Chicago now. But in 1803 there was like a massive massacre of everyone there. And this is a scene of Fort Dearborn. See, there's like a blockhouse. These houses over here are kind of different. This one, there's a sign that says Columbus 3 ships. And I think I know what that building is. That looks exactly like the armory at Harper's Ferry, which John Brown and his raiders took over. Over here is Noah's Ark. This is a pretty obvious scene. There's all the animals lining up to get in to a boat. There's some dead cacti. Not sure what that rock is, but that's pretty cool. And Conestoga wagon. It says Death Valley 20 mule team. So this is like a desert. You can tell by like all the sand they put in, or that's not sand, it's like pebbles. There's a Native American, and there's a grave back there. Okay, this is a big dam like the ones out west. This might be Hoover Dam, which was being constructed at the time. The desert theme continues out here with some Native American figures, more cacti in Ohio. Here's a church. This is really cool how he integrated some important historic buildings. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the White House. Oh yeah, it says right there, North Porch of the White House. This part's not looking in the best of shape. These need to be restored. And I think this is Independence Hall. It's interesting, they call it Freedom Hall. I think these are the original signs. I wonder if they called it that back in the 30s, if they called it Freedom Hall instead of Independence Hall. On the fence posts, they have most of a Native American and like I think that's Columbus actually over there. Oof. It's not looking good for you, bud. This is pretty cool. I think it kind of looks like a cactus, but I guess this is the America Monument. An eagle, USA written. There's a house and a church. I hope that just means, you know, freedom of religion and not Christian supremacy or something like that, because that was kind of the mindset back in these days. A couple more creations over here. Sorry for the wind. I still need a windscreen. This looks like a giant teacup. I think this is some cacti. There's some more historic buildings over this way. This is supposed to be Lincoln's cabin, so I'm not sure which one, because he lived in a lot of different cabins. Not sure what that thing is supposed to be. This is the home of Betsy Ross. That doesn't look like it. I've been there, but good effort. Looks cool. There's another nativity scene. Just a whole bunch of sculptures lining the sidewalk. But that's the Liberty Bell. Read a little more closely. This is the cemetery from Flanders Field in Ypres, Belgium. This was some of the fiercest fighting in World War I. This is, I guess, supposed to represent a cemetery of all the dead. It's another church and a canoe. Hey, it's a pony! The sign is too worn to read on this building, but there's two women kind of making me think it's a bordello, but it looks like it's like a military scene. Everyone's got guns. There's one more little creation, I guess, that they were working on. I don't know if this is incomplete or what, but there's some like concrete log cabins, some more religious figurines. So that was the Hartman Rock Garden. Really cool piece of artwork and history. You can see how the artist kind of like combined the culture of America at that time with some religion and some history. I wasn't really expecting that, so that was very cool. If you like this video, I've been to a few other folk art environments. You can go check those videos out, and I also go to all sorts of roadside attractions and museums and national parks. So yeah, thank you for watching.